Through the Eyes of the Insane, story and illustrations by Gillian Palazzini. Background images for Rats and Cats and Rat Absinthe found at designmatters.blogspot.com and webtexture.net. England, year 1883, Miss Angelique's House for Troubled and Insane Women. Insanity is oft misunderstood, or at least that's what I tell myself, as I am lying on this bed, gagged and blinded, being treated like an animal or laboratory rat. Then again, rats are animals, but, like I, those who differ in beauty and state of mind are disregarded as creatures in the vast scheme of things. In the eyes of those who see creatures, such as rats, mere playthings for their own insanity, I am no different than a common sewer rat. Like a rat, I have a beating heart. Like a rat, I have a conscience, soul, personality, and, like a rat, I am worthless. Just something you send your cat after to be devoured in the dark and left there to rot silently, later making a disgusting smell like no other of decay. I am as good as a rat, corpse, or doll to those who surround me. I cannot change that point of perspective, no matter how hard I try. I can reject the treatment, such as leeches, electric chairs, and violent inspections made by perverse doctors who treat women like rats, yet these rejections will not help. In my horror and astonishment at these people, I laugh. I laugh, not only to scare them, but to make them hurt me more. The doctors are terrified of me, and that is why I am here, bound, blinded, and gagged. I can't see the rooms surrounding me, but I can hear the screams of fellow inmates. Those screams are of girls who may never see the light again, disregarded as a rat. Lobotomies are issued every day. Trepanation is a mere morning usual, and a scream is all it takes for them to give you one. I ask myself while lying motionless, are any of these poor girls even insane? I do not have the answer, of course. No one does, not even the doctors. If you ask one, he'll simply say, "Why, yes, they are as demented as the night is dark, you fool." That is the vast majority of what I have heard. However, I hear much, for I cannot see what is happening around me, and if I cannot see, the least I can do is hear. Yet at times I wish I was deaf. If I was deaf, I would not have to hear the agonizing screams and cries of the women who at this very moment are going through hell. In a madhouse for women, the screams are echoes of shrill pain, not drowned out by a man's will to go on or not to be afraid. Women of this era are not taught that skill. Some are born with it, like I, and others are the very depiction of fear, afraid of what lies in the dark, afraid of themselves, and afraid of the doctors who are here to bleed, leech, and purge us dry until we cannot manage a breath without squealing in agony. That is why we cry in fear, cower for we know no else, and scurry like rats. I am sure my doctor is on his way to give me one of his treatments. They usually ungag me, but I don't know if they will. I hear the footsteps getting closer as the doctor is making his way to my cell. The door opens with a squeak, and my doctor, Lucius Benedict, is standing there. I know it's him, for he has a certain walking pattern that dictates his presence to all those who surround. Because of him, I have been tortured beyond the level of normalcy for this institute. I don't even remember my own name. All I know myself to be is inmate 6665, cell block 33. I've been here for only 3 months, and this is what even the lightest of treatment can induce, amnesia. "Gus, ungag the girl, her blinds as well," says Dr. Benedict to Gus, his accomplice. Gus does as he is told, and I can see again. The light coming in from the small window burns my eyes, but I cannot reach my hand in front of my face, for I am bound by a straitjacket. My legs are strapped to the bloody mattress. I cannot kick. I want to close my eyes from the sunlight, but if I do, those monsters will think I'm afraid of them, and I most certainly am not. The bed is turned to Dr. Benedict, and I stare him straight in the eye, a ferocious and hateful look on my face. I would say you're 2 days without food, 4 electric chair sessions, and leeching is doing absolutely no good. 6665, you are still insane," he viciously exclaims at me. I continue to stare at him, then through a dry voice I say, "You are the only one insane, Lucius Benedict." He laughs at me, and so does Gus. I believe our only choice is a lobotomy. Gus leaves, and I say through clenched teeth, "You vile and insufferable creature, you wouldn't." Dr. Benedict laughs. "Oh, I'd rather just kill you." That is when I realize that in these places you will end up as a stain on the floor, another corpse lying on the cement. Gus returns with a screw to jam into my head. I now know that there is no happy ending. They place the screw above my head, and I feel it slowly slice itself into my brain, every moment getting blacker. I don't scream, I will not give him that pleasure, but I will stare at him in the eye. I will stare at him even in death. I will haunt his every nightmare until he cannot live on. I will make him suffer in every way I and any other child thrown in this blasphemy ever has. I will not let him forget 6665, cell block 33.